Hey guys, Bryce here with the Discover Power Sports. I was just going to talk real quick about this bed rack we have for our truck. We missed last Friday's upload just because we've been so busy trying to get to Utah. So now we're in Utah, and we actually have the rack in the bed. I was just going to talk about it, and you'll see a lot more riding later on. But here it is. This is a long bed truck, but it's a short bed rack, and the reason for that is so that we can run this tank that I run all the time anyway, and I don't have to take it out just to put the rack in. It's nice to have the extra fuel anyway. This particular one I set up a little different because I was a little worried about the aluminum on this truck. Usually they have these turnbuckles and they mount to like the corner of the bed, but like I said, I was worried about the aluminum and how much weight it can take, and even the steel. You know, how much can those little anchors take? I have no idea. So this truck actually has the factory fifth wheel gooseneck puck system, so you can see the gooseneck ball spot in the middle, which has a ton of miles on it. This truck does work a lot, but also at the 4 points, it has those points for a fifth wheel hitch, which I've used, and it is nice. It definitely feels a lot more solid with having the 4 points and they lock in there. Like I have a BMW companion that locks in there, and it is solid. So use these anchors to anchor this thing down in there. Real nice. I've had no problems anchoring it here. I had these welded on just to make sure, but then also because there is a lot of leverage, like whenever you can see how much it hangs off the back of the truck. Whenever you are loading, there is a lot of leverage on the back, so we actually do throw a strap up right here, run it down to the front just to help, especially in loading situations. But we added some marker lighting to this thing just to make it kind of show up. This is actually a brake light too, and then marker lights, and they go up the side. You can see how much it kind of hangs over the back of the truck. The fit on here is pretty tight for an X3, so, and the rear X3 tire is literally right here in this pocket, so we'll strap over every tire from, you know, maybe this point to here. And the front, it's the same. The bottom of the front tire is in this pocket, and again we strap here and here. My recommendation on these is it can be a little I don't know, it can definitely feel a little top heavy, but what we started doing is in the center, front and rear, attaching in the middle, and then attaching to the suspension and compressing it as much as possible to suck the machine down to the unit, so the machine can't move so much. So all in all, we use 6 pretty heavy duty 2-inch straps. That's way overboard for, you know, an 1,800-pound machine, but it ensures that it's going to be locked on there, locked on the rack, and that and those 2 on the rear and front bumper, you cinch the machine down as far as you can. I mean, even to where you can see how these arms are angled pretty well downward, and by the time we get it cinched down, they're level. The axles are all level. The arms, the radius rods in the rear are level, so that has helped a lot with kind of killing the sway feeling that you get going around turns and stuff like that. I really like the rack. We've put it in Steven has a '06 Duramax LBZ, and it's a 3/4 ton. We've put it in there. He has some pretty nice airbag system, and it seemed to ride fine. I don't know if I would run it without an airbag system in a 3/4 ton, just to be honest with you. This one is a 1 ton. So, at least on the Ford, the difference in the 1 ton and 3/4 ton are a couple things. So, the axle on this truck is bigger, just generally bigger in size. The ring gear is bigger, everything. But then you go to the leaf pack, and the main leaf pack has more leaves. I don't know if they're bigger, but there's more. There's one more. And then on top of that, you have this overload leaf. So what happens is when the truck starts to squat, this spring engages on this pad, and you know, you get some more stability that way. So by the time this truck is loaded down with a side-by-side on top and the trailer hooked up, which is over there, it rides on this spring, and it's pretty stable. But you can still feel it. You can still feel it pretty good. But Steven liked how it was on his LBZ Duramax. I wouldn't recommend it on a 1/2 ton for sure. But I think we are going to go back to maybe getting rid of this thing and getting a rack, or getting a trailer. See, there's Steven.
Keep it simple. Just get a long enough flatbed and call it good.
Yeah. The rack is cool. If you were doing a single vehicle, I mean, we bring a trailer anyway because there's 2 of us, so you might as well just get a longer trailer. But if you're a single vehicle and you're traveling somewhere, I think the rack would be okay. It's just a pain to kind of get up there and strap it down. I kind of just described how we strap it down to keep the sway down. How did you like it on your LBZ? It being a 3/4 ton.
I mean, it was fine, honestly. I mean, you shouldn't freaking, hot rod it through the corners, but the body roll really wasn't as bad as I thought, being a little bit more narrow than that truck and not as long, and a 3/4 ton that's 14 years old, but
yeah,
did pretty good. It would fit if I didn't have my tonneau cover in there too, all the way with the tailgate shut too.
Yeah,
and that's a short bed. So.
Yeah. This rack is, like I said, it's for a short bed, but this is a long bed truck. Run it with the tank.
Yeah, so it would actually gotten it over the cab more into the center of gravity, so it probably would have been even better if I didn't have my tonneau in there.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I didn't think about that on this truck. Once you get the machine up there and on, it is not over the cab at all. So most of these are designed to be able to go have the machine more up over the cab so that your front axle is handling some of the machine, where as this one doesn't at all. So this one probably being a 1 ton is probably a good thing for that case. But I think it doesn't look like this one would even clear the cab. This rack would clear the cab if we were even able to do that. So, well, that's about it. I was just walking around out here, figured we talk about the rack. We've just shown it in the intro, and that's about it. But we've taken it on a lot of trips. Arizona several times.
Yeah.
And
it's held up great.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's just kind of a pain in the butt to load and unload. That's my only gripe about it.
Yeah, you need like an A-frame or something in the shop or garage. Put it up in the rafters and just pop that sucker in there, and then.
Oh no, I mean loading the machine.
Oh, and loading, yeah.
Because you really have to strap it well.
Yeah, more than one. Yeah, that's a pain too.
And by the time your machine's up here, I mean, it takes up most of the thing. So you're trying to walk on this edge, and I'm not a small guy, so you're trying to walk around, walk over the cab without damaging the top of the cab to try to get straps on. But it's been really cool. It's been different, but like I said, I'd probably rather myself just go back to get a longer trailer.
Yep. Ultimately, yeah.
So cool. Well, thanks for checking it out. If you're thinking about getting one of these racks, I hope our input works. Yeah.
Just you. So, that or if you're, if you just have a bumper pull cargo trailer or, RV that you're pulling, I mean, it's kind of where it's at for those guys. They don't want to jump up into the toy hauler side. So,
Yeah, I think
decent units. Yeah.
And I know people in California like them a lot because if you tow a trailer in California, I think your speed limit's 55. And if you don't have a trailer like this with one side-by-side on it, you can do, whatever the speed limit is, 70, 65, or whatever it is. But on the way here, we were doing 80. The old Power Stroke was putting work in, and, no problem at all. So you get a lot of looks. But, the tailgate, everything closes, so we use under here for a lot of storage. Straps, a little extra water, all our luggage and stuff just goes underneath it. And it has some long aluminum ramps that are over there on the trailer bed that we'll unload from either the ground or actually the trailer bed. Sometimes we'll just straighten the trailer out and go straight from the bed of the trailer onto the truck. So it's been cool. It's definitely different. But anyway, check out more of our videos. Like and subscribe and share. Especially if you're thinking about getting one of these. They're expensive. They're the price of a smaller bumper pull trailer. A lot of them. We got this one off of a guy in Oklahoma. He actually custom built it himself, and he actually still builds them for people. So if you're interested, we can give you his information.
Yeah, he built that for a dune buggy. I'm not sure if it was on a Volkswagen frame or what, but he had an actual dune buggy that he built for that he'd take to Little Sahara in Oklahoma. So it accommodates these 72 inches and a little bit longer. There's still a little bit of room to go, but just enough to get your foot on the side of it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So, cool deal. Well, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of riding here in Utah to come. Little Sahara, mountains, and who knows what else. We'll figure something out. We'll find a lot of places.
Free dripping.
Yeah, I guess we didn't talk about how we actually went to Rocky Mountain ATV and picked up these mirrors from them, because in Utah you have to have the mirrors to be street legal here. So we picked up mirrors, picked up our flags, picked up
some quick release mounts
for the flags. Hadn't seen those before. So just unscrew this, take your flag on and off.
Yeah, just this compression, slide the flag in there, screw that back down.
Yep.
You're good to go.
Yeah, pinches on it, which is way nicer than what we had before.
Yeah, just come it down and you just gotta get the wrenches out every time. So
yeah, so we're gonna be set. We're getting ready to rip. All right, guys, thanks.
go ahead. Hey, buddy.
Pretty square.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bud? You happy guy?
You got a little bump there. That's what we get for letting the ants watch you, huh? Careful, bud.